Welcome to Cursed Voices, where the shadows speak and fear finds its voice. Tonight's story takes us deep into the heart of a forest where a chilling secret lies hidden. But remember, some voices are not meant to be heard. And some, too. Some call down. 3 friends, Emily, Mark, and Jason, decided to spend a weekend camping in Blackwood Forest, a place known for its eerie legends. The locals often warned visitors to avoid the eastern side of the woods, where strange voices had been heard for decades. But the group laughed it up to old campfire tales. The first day went by peacefully. They set up their tent, roasted marshmallows, and shared ghost stories. As the night fell, an unsettling silence blanketed the forest. No crickets, no rustling leaves, just an unnatural stillness. Around midnight, as they sat around the dying fire, a faint melodic voice drifted through the trees. It was soft, almost like a lullaby, but it didn't belong there. Emily froze. "Did you hear that?" she whispered. Jason smirked. Probably the wind, but the voice grew clearer. It was a woman's voice, singing in a language none of them recognized. It sounded close, yet no one could see anything beyond the shadows. Lad wanted something to eat, and that is why he took the flowers from a plate and made them into a piece. Mark, the bravest of the group, grabbed a flashlight. "Let's check it out," he said, his curiosity outweighing his fear. Reluctantly, the others followed. The deeper they ventured, the louder the voice became, echoing all around them. It felt as if the forest itself was alive, guiding them to the source. Suddenly the voice stopped, leaving only silence. They found themselves in a small clearing with an old moss-covered well at its center. They traversed the well in search of water for their melting noses and this rain, but as far as they could see there had been no such. The air was icy cold despite the summer night. Emily hesitated. "We should go back. This feels wrong." But Mark, stubborn as ever, leaned over the edge of the well and shone his flashlight down. "There's nothing in—" His words were cut off as a hand, pale and wet, shot out from the darkness, grabbing his wrist, and screamed, stumbling back. The hand disappeared, but the voice returned. This time louder, angrier. It wasn't singing anymore, it was wailing. The ground beneath them trembled, and Jason yelled, "Run!" "Jason," begged Michael, "more bloods if we flee." They sprinted through the forest, the wailing chasing them like a storm. The trees seemed to close in, and the path back to their campsite was gone. The voice didn't fade, but grew closer, as if something was right behind them. The pain in his head overpowered his. Finally, they burst out of the forest, collapsing near their car. When they looked back, the trees stood still, and the voice was gone. And they didn't speak a word as they drove away, leaving their campsite and belongings behind. But even as the forest disappeared in the rearview mirror, Emily swore she could still hear the faint melody. The melody was the song she had sung behind her parents as they died. "Hurrah, heard her campsite, hurrah, heard her camps, and tears and traffic's at getting rather scarce headbound," she told him that morning. Her longings for his faceless, benighted soft. A week later, Mark was found dead in his apartment. The police said it was a heart attack, but Emily and Jason knew better. Before his death, Mark had left them a voicemail. In it, they could hear the same haunting voice, softly singing. Some voices are not meant to be heard, and some secrets are best left buried. If you ever find yourself in Blackwood Forest, Remember this tale, and if you hear a song in the night, don't follow it, because you might not return. Thank you for listening to Cursed Voices. Until next time, stay safe and stay silent.